So in this video, I'm going to be demonstrating how to fill deep static wrinkles around the eye region. The reason why this is important is because far too often a high dose of botulinum toxin is used, which causes compensatory unwanted wrinkling under the eyes, and it just doesn't look right. The eye area looks a bit too frozen. There's no natural dynamic movement, and dermal fillers, as they were first invented, were for the dermis. And let's go back to the basics of dermal fillers, how we were taught dermal fillers 15, 20 years ago when they first came out, to inject the mid-dermis.
So here we are with a gentleman with grade 2-3 static lines around the eyes, and he also has considerable volume loss in the tear trough and the palpebral mallow ear region. Using a 30 gauge needle with a soft filler. I think this is a Stylage M, and which is, any filler that comes with a 30 gauge needle is easy to use here. So anything you use in the lips, nasolabial folds for wrinkles. This is an old video, but in the more recent times I use a 32 gauge filler, which is actually much more accurate. It takes a lot longer, but you save a lot of filler. Some of this filler, I think, is probably, actually, it might seem like you can never waste filler as long as it's put in and it looks aesthetically correct. Then what happens is the extra filler is giving more hydration and firmness to that area. So actually scrap that, don't worry about that part. But the difficulty with the 30 gauge is that you end up putting a little bit more, and you can see here there's raised parts of the skin which I have to massage quite firmly. Actually, I'm a big advocate of massaging firmly, and I tend to overfill. Bit on the periosteum to stretch the skin, but do not worry about this if you're a beginner, unless you've been trained in tear troughs and periosteal injections. Just stay away from it for now. Just focus on the other part. This is good for demonstration purposes, to see what you can do overall in the eye region. This client has lost more volume on the right side, and this where I'm injecting right now kind of demonstrates more volume loss due to sleeping on this side. So what you can safely do in this region, if you're not going on the bone or the periosteum, is inject the mid-dermis, keeping the same principles of injecting to mid-dermis with the needle. It doesn't matter where you're kind of doing it. You can see that you can still improve results for clients without being too aggressive.